What's up, guys? This is JP, and we forgot to film an intro at the beginning of this video, so this is our annual trading recap, and we're just going to talk a little bit about the lessons that we've learned and just kind of a little bit of a check-in on the journey.
This is JP as well.
Yeah.
JP and JP checking in on the third year for our recap video. Gets better every single year as we're tracking the progress and aspiring traders. We're just trying to get better at trading. That's about it. This is the journey. This is the journey.
If you guys haven't seen our last two recaps, I will link them in the description of this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. What is up, everybody? This is year 3 of trading recaps, our annual recaps where we talk about everything that we've learned, highs and lows, and just our overall experience, with the goal of just tracking our progress and being able to see our growth as traders, and freaking just see what the future holds, like being able to look back on all the years and the time that we invested and the different seasons of our trading journey. So yeah,
and this is year 5 for both of us, like trading in general. I think we both like took our first trade in 2020. We had no idea what we were doing.
Absolutely no idea.
And it took us a few years to actually get to like working on the right things, like psychology and like actual trading. I feel like, we've been doing recaps since we've been actually trying to trade for a living. So yeah, it's about year 3 of like actually trading.
That's where I actually count it. No one counts their first year or two because it's bad, but
and we were like, on and off. It was kind of just like a fun hobby at that point.
bro, it's been a year, huh? Dude.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out where we should start this. Like, there's like a lot of different things that we could talk about. We've talked about specific points, obviously, the last 2 years, but a lot has changed this year, I think, for the both of us. And I think it's been a very unique year. I mean, every year is pretty unique, but I think we hit a lot of really interesting points this year in our journey.
Yeah.
So I think if you had to sum up this year in one word for your trading journey, what would it be and why?
I would say patience. Patience. Yeah, I would say patience.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
Because in this occupation, it can be very easy to try to rush things. It can be detrimental. Even though you can rush things, like, I don't know, you can try to grab things before they're available. And it seems very exciting, and like, of course you want that in the moment, but you really got to zoom out and just be patient because that's the fast game, really, is like stepping back and being patient and learning to just sit on your hands, like that's the hard part. That's learning not to do stuff in a world that rewards doing more all the time. Yeah.
That's good.
How would you describe this year in a word?
One word. 2025 was the year of open-mindedness.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this year I tried a lot of new things.
Oh.
And one of my favorite and least favorite parts about trading at the same time is that there's no like perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no perfect way to trade. There's so many different styles of trading and strategies, and like there's like, infinite possibilities in trading.
Yeah.
And so I think that's really cool because you can learn about different approaches that people have to the market, and sometimes they help your strategy, sometimes they don't, but you have like a lot of open-mindedness. But that makes it hard too because there's so much information that you have to process, and you have to build your own frameworks for understanding the information that's being presented to you.
Yeah.
I started this year really with the expectation that I was going to stick to one strategy, one ticker. Like, I was going to try to just like lock in on one set of rules or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that was like a good approach in origin because it's important to not do too much, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But I think I tried to get too narrow-minded to where I wanted to see the exact things that I was looking for. And that goes back to the illustration of trading is more like jazz than it is like orchestra.
Yeah.
Right. Because orchestra is very fixed, very 1, 2, 3, 4. And jazz is like a 1, 2, a 3-4, and it's just like
Yeah.
you kind of got to get a feel for the market.
Yeah.
So I think that was like what I got checked a lot in that, like trying to be less rigid and structured, especially because I'm a very analytical, intellectual 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of a person.
Yeah.
So trying to be open-minded and learn from new people and learn new instruments of trading, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. And this is our first year trading futures.
Yes.
Which is totally different.
Futures, bro.
It's like it feels like futures are the mix between like securities and options because it's leveraged. Mm-hmm. It's like leveraged at a pretty high. It's highly leveraged, but at the same time, your prices move in exactly with, with what price is doing. Unlike options, it's
like 1-to-1.
Yeah. So it's like both leveraged and it moves exactly with price, which is it's nice. It's nice. I think it makes sense that most traders, I believe, that do it successfully are usually futures traders and and also, prop firms. Prop firms are strictly futures as well, and that makes sense.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to track things, and just the 1-to-1 nature of it makes it a lot more structured and like organized.
Yeah.
When did you start trading futures this year?
Let's see. I think it was around April or May. I think April or May I started. Nice. And I started with the live account. So just little micros. But then I started tried a prop firm for the first time, which I've been like skeptical about ever since like starting trading, because most people, like, it seemed like the beginner thing to do, and I think that deep down I was just kind of scared because I thought I would fail or had fear of failure. And which is so real, but I'm so glad that I tried this year, and it does have like a real advantage if you do it right, and that's really nice.
That's dope. So you only trade ES, right?
Yeah, only ES.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
How hard would you say the transition was from options to futures? Like, what do you miss about options, or what do you really like about futures?
I like options because you don't need like a large amount of margin for, like, if you have money, you can trade options, and it's like it's pretty clear on like what you can lose. Not so clear on what you can gain, but that's a good part about options too, is you have a lot of potential. Futures is just kind of, I guess it's hard to understand at first because they're all in the thousands.
Yeah.
So you have to like read an extra digit every time you're thinking or about the security, and like the whole leverage part of it, of you're not like gaining what you're putting in or like losing what you're putting in, like,
right,
because it's leveraged. Like you have to have a lot more in the game, and like you can infinitely lose money because it's like it's leveraged, and you gotta have that margin. So that was kind of strange to understand at first, but it makes sense now. It was definitely solid. If you're gonna start trading futures, definitely go in with like a stop loss and a TP, because there is very large amount of downside that you can face. Unlike options, like exactly what you're risking.
I think that was the hardest part for me in that transition. So right now I trade both options and futures. Sometimes I take the same trade on both. Like I'll have Thinkorswim and TradingView on. But it's been really interesting to see how they play out differently. Like I'll get stopped out on options, but futures will run, or futures will move super slow and the options like runs up super quick. So that's been like kind of fun to learn about. But I think the thing that threw me off is that when you're trading options, it's like you're trading a thing that reflects the thing versus futures is like you're trading the thing. And so it's kind of weird. I'm still wrapping my head around how all of it works and the leverage and stuff. Like all I know is like certain points equal a certain amount of dollars. I feel like that's all you really need to know. But it is helpful to like understand it a little bit deeper. So I think that's been the hardest part for me. But I love options still. Do you still trade options sometimes or not really?
I still have traded options like throughout the year, just on my phone.
Nice.
While trading futures, and it's still great. Still love it.
Yeah, it's fire. What's been the most valuable lesson you've learned this year?
Confidence is key, and to take your losses with a smile on your face. I heard this quote recently of, it was talking about losses, and it was, or failure, you know, and obviously, you know, it's scary to fail, but if you welcome failure, the more you welcome it, the more, as a metaphor, like the more failure will be afraid of you. Is like, if you just welcome it, you embrace it, you know, and you take it easily, you move on to the next, or try again, keep trying. It becomes a point where failure means nothing to you, because you're just so dead set on succeeding. And like, you know, the more fails you take, the more wins you're going to take too.
Yeah.
So it kind of just, it turns the tables of like, you kind of make failure afraid of you.
Yeah.
Because you're not afraid of it, you know? You welcome it.
It's good.
You eat it up.
Yeah.
And then it welcomes winning towards you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's good, man. So confidence is key.
Yeah.
And
So just
taking your losses.
staying confident even when you're failing.
Yeah.
Because like, it's good. It's good to fail.
Yeah.
And
it is.
it still just makes you better. It's like, it's just little bits of information about yourself, especially in trading, of like, it's just an opportunity to learn and get better. And it's like, it's because like we are where we are today because of how many times we failed. And like, and dude, yeah, sometimes it's, you know, it's taken me out. Like I've had to take breaks, and, but every single time, like I've come back stronger, a little bit smarter, and like I've avoided things like, you know, that I did in the past that weren't good. So, and it's like, I'm still not perfect. So it's like, yeah, just like being comfortable with failure, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's really good. I feel like there's so much there, like just not making it part of your identity, and not like taking it so seriously, not taking your losses so freaking seriously.
Yeah.
I think we just are programmed from like just our lives to be afraid of failure because no one wants to fail.
Yeah.
It's like a fear thing, but I think that's a big valuable thing from trading is you kind of learn to just accept losses in life in general.
Yeah.
And it becomes a lot easier to just keep moving forward and have your eyes on the prize, because losses can be so blinding, dude.
Yeah.
They're crippling if you don't know how to process them. So that's why so many people, like, they fail once and that's it. And that's why the failure rate for trading is so high. But that's a really good lesson. Confidence, man. You got to be like delusional to a degree.
and you really gotta, you know, you really gotta work on your relationship with money, because that's a deep connection to like have failure around, you know. It does not feel good to lose money at all, like for anyone.
Yeah.
So to put yourself in an environment where you're getting comfortable with the loss of money, I mean, that makes for a pretty tough environment for the mind.
Yeah.
But it makes for a strong mind too, though.
Dude, yeah.
And to be detached from that. But it's really great because it does allow you to take opportunities, you know, that are very lucrative, and that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Dude, even in real life, like outside of trading isn't real. But yeah, just daily, like you learn how to look past those blinding emotions. And you understand like that it's a filter that's there, but you don't need to look through that filter. Yeah. Like you can look above it.
It's so true.
Dude.
I had last night I was serving a table, and the drinks were taking a really long time. It was like 5 people, and they all ordered drinks, and I was just the server. So I was walking past like over and over, and I'm like checking on these drinks, and they're just not made. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's taking forever. But anyways, they end up walking out. They like completely walked out, and their drinks like just got made. So I was like, it was like 2 seconds. I was like, but they left, and I was like so bummed because, you know, they were going to order food, and that's money out of my pocket that, you know, they were going to spend. And anyways, I was like so bummed for a second. I was bummed for like an hour, but I did like step back and realize, I was like, it's fine. You know, it's fine. There's going to be more customers. Like one set of guests is not going to like determine whether I make money at this job. You know what I mean? And yeah, wow, it was like a punch. It was like, it's no big deal. Like this is like a break even trade. Like there's no reason I should be bummed here. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's
there's
good.
so much opportunity. Like I'm gonna go into work today and it'll be much better.
Yeah.
And you know, there's no loss of opportunity. So I was like, that was kind of like an outside thing. I was like relating to trading yesterday. I was like, there's no reason to be bummed. Like you'll be fine. It's just money. There's plenty of it. Yeah, I was seriously just like taking a break even trade. And it's like definitely calmed my nerves to like think about it like that.
Yeah.
And like not be so bummed.
That's a really good example. It's kind of funny because I see everything through the lens of that now. Like nowadays, anytime, or even under pressure, maybe it's not specifically money, but like you were saying, money has such a deep connection to our lives and our psychology that if you can master that, everything else becomes a lot easier, I think. Like there are few are the things that have that much influence on our psychology, and especially when it comes to losing it. I see myself every day whenever I'm under pressure, I just think about, it's like almost backwards now. It's like before, when I was in a trade, especially a losing trade, I would try to think about other places that I found peace. But now it's like, because I've mastered having peace under losses and under pressure of a losing trade, whenever I'm going through a high pressure situation, especially because in my job, you know, I manage a lot of people, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. It's very complicated, very stressful. And it's like long extended periods of time. It's like 2 hour sessions of like, you got to be A game, you know, you got to be locked in. And I just like, whenever I feel myself getting overwhelmed, I just think about how I should be feeling if I was in a losing trade, like about to hit my stop loss.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel nothing in those situations, like, or very little, I guess it's not nothing, but it's very little. And that's like how I find my peace now, which is like kind of like insane. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but my mind just associates peace with being in a losing trade and like accepting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no peace like that. You're just like comfortable, and especially just because that's a reward of working so hard at forming your mind to accept that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just kind of, I've noticed that in my day-to-day. I'm like,
Yeah. Like finding the peace in the chaos.
yeah,
Like being your own rock. Yeah.
you got to be really anchored.
Yeah.
That's what I love about trading, man.
Yeah.
It forces you to become really stable emotionally, and just like few things can knock you off the horse when you're just dialed.
Yeah, that's so true. Man, the first time I heard this year, it's another quote about trading specifically, is that it is like an easy occupation to do. Like there's much harder jobs, but it is the only job that I'm aware of where like if you don't perform correctly, you not only not make money, you get money taken away from you. And that's just like,
Wow.
That's pretty tough. That's different. You know,
That's interesting.
like it is a tough environment for the mind, especially for that reason, is because you can perform perfectly and you can still have money like taken away from you, or, you know, that's just like, that's part of the job.
Yeah.
Is like, you have to show up knowing that you can do everything perfectly and still have money taken away from you. I mean, that's like the most extreme like environment for the mind and like connection to money for sure, of like having an occupation, you know. It's cool because there's a whole other side to that, but it's also like that's the hard part, you know. That's what you got to accept.
Dude, I never realized that. That's so true.
Yeah.
I don't know of any other job where like poor performance, I mean, you get fired, but you're not like losing money. You're just not making money.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just like not making money that day.
Wow. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. There's no hourly, like you're getting money taken away from you.
Yeah. And exponential upside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And exponent. Yeah.
That's
like,
why it's so different, right?
Yeah.
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 Wow.
That's the risk that you take for very high potential return. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Which is awesome.
Wow, that's dope. That's a good one. The biggest lesson that I learned this year is how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Okay.
And for a long time, the last couple of years that I've been trading, I've kind of been on and off with my discipline in everything outside of trading, right? So sleeping well, just having good habits, eating well, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I think that I always had this excuse that I just don't have time or that I'm too busy for those things. And I think that that was just an excuse because I didn't want to put in the effort to get that organized.
Yeah.
And I noticed that my trading followed the trajectory of my overall health as a human being. So my spiritual health, my relational health with people around me, my physical health, mental health,
Yeah.
All of those things play a factor in your trading.
Yeah.
And I think that's another reason why trading is so hard, is because everything like gets dragged into it.
Yeah.
It's like everything that you have going on, you go through a breakup, that's going to affect your trading. You have a promotion at your job, that's going to affect your trading. So everything plays into it. And learning to intentionally make time for the things that are important to me, especially when it comes to trading, but in everything else as well. Like my physical health, tracking my macros. That's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I just never actually start doing it because it takes so much time to like learn how everything works.
Yeah.
And you gotta like weigh things, like I'm weighing freaking potatoes, on my plate, and everyone's like, my whole family's like laughing at me. They're like, you're really weighing potatoes right now? It's like 100 grams, man. Yeah. That, working out consistently, sleeping at the same time every night, those kinds of things. Like I've tried before, but I never had like a structured system to actually do them.
Yeah.
So now like I have like 3 breakfasts that I rotate through every single day of the week. It's like X amount of this, and I already know I'm gonna hit 1,000 calories for my breakfast, because of the way that I designed the recipes. And it just took time of me having to like sit down, slow down, and like put an importance and a value on getting those things figured out.
Yeah.
So I think that doing those things has taught me like intentionality with the things that matter will bring you to a good place mentally and emotionally, to where it's like, okay, I can trade healthy because I know that I'm taking care of my sleep. I know that I'm taking care of my relationships. I know I'm taking care of my body. And so I just feel better.
Yeah.
Universally in my life, I feel better.
Yeah.
And so when I go into my trading, I've done the self-care.
Yeah.
And so it's not like I'm like super volatile in my emotions or my mindset or just like my mental state in general. Because I'm more stable in my life and have consistency. It's like, okay, in my trading, now I can walk in confidently because I know who I am outside of trading.
Yeah.
So success or failure, right, in trading doesn't define me anymore because I'm confident because of all these other factors in my life.
Yeah, yeah. That's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful feeling. I've kind of gained that feeling as well, like just in trading, just in confidence this year of like just knowing I can do it. With all this recording that we've done, like recording every day, like what you do on the charts, like there's data I can look back at and be like, okay, like it has gotten better over time. And I've made a little bit of money this year,
You got your first payout, right?
Yeah, I got my first payout this year.
Huge.
And like, I can seriously like look back at months and I'm like, I've been profitable,
Wow.
Like, and that's a good feeling. And it's like, that comes with losing trades and winning trades and like even bad, so like I still have bad trading days, like where I'm not like trading good at all. Like it's all emotion. But like I can still sit back in confidence and like knowing I can do this. It is, like the challenge of that is just like, it's seriously sticking to understanding that like you really have to just stay aware of yourself. Like regardless of what you're going through, like you really have to check in with yourself constantly, because you can, even on a green streak or a red streak, you can kind of get lost in like, it'll feel like it's getting easier, like to trade, like you got to figure it out, but it'll humble you still. Like you seriously got to stay aware. It's not like being in the army, but it's as if like you're walking through enemy territory like almost all the time. Like you can't get to a point where like you're comfortable. And you're just like everything's fine. And there's you can build your capital up and like you can be at a place where like you're secure, but if you want to like continue to grow in trading, is like you just got to be super self-aware. And you got to like, you kind of got to stay on edge. It's like that's another lesson I've learned this year is like, I had last month I had a crazy amount of green days.
Oh yeah. Dude, and their streak, how long was that?
I had a 14 green day streak. But I realized that like towards the end of it, like I was getting a little sloppier. Like I was taking some revenge trades because I was so comfortable with like winning all the time, and like it felt like I was just like trying to avoid a red day so bad,
Yeah.
And that's like, I knew, I was like, this is not healthy, like, and I did have like a pretty bad red day at the beginning of this month. And it just like opened my eyes. I was like, this is like one of those points. Like you gotta stay focused. Like even at the end, you know, and just like be aware, and yeah, just be aware of what you're doing, and be aware that like you cannot be like going off your emotions, even though it can feel great. It's just, yeah, you got to stay focused. And that's tough. It's tough.
It's a tightrope.
It is a tightrope.
Yeah.
And it's like, it only gets like tighter.
Yeah. I feel like that's just like a universal principle in trading.
Yeah.
You always have to stay sharp.
Yeah.
And I think that just comes from years and years and years and years of like going on either side. Overconfidence, fear, overconfidence, fear.
Yeah.
And you kind of start to find your balance. But yeah, dude, I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how many tightropes you walk, like one mistake on a tightrope and you could die.
Yeah.
You know? So it's
Exactly.
like, I think that accepting that and embracing that
Yeah.
as like a daily reminder.
Yeah.
Like today, you could make a really bad mistake that could send you off the edge.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Dude, and that's one of the scariest things about training too, is like you can have 30 green days in a row and you can seriously mess it up in one day.
Dude. Yeah, like that
That's
meme I
scary.
sent you yesterday.
Yeah. Stuff happens, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. That's scary. I mean, that's hard to deal with, and to continuously like avoid that, you know, take some work. I've gone throughout this year without like having to, like I've had a few like bad days, but I've never like messed anything up so bad to where I've like I have in the past, you know, like blown accounts.
Like a full
that
crash
doesn't
out.
feel good. Yeah, like a full crash out where you're just like, where like you feel like giving up, you know?
Yeah, like
Like,
rock
I-
bottom.
Yeah, like rock bottom. Like I haven't hit that this year, and I'm super proud because that's like I've had that other years, and but this year it was like the whole confidence thing is like, no, there's, and just working on the habits of, you know, like not crashing out,
Yeah.
and like realizing that like when you are doing it, of like stepping back and being like, whoa, like this, I've been here before. I'm not gonna do what I have done before. And that's like, that's a nice measurement of growth.
So why do you think that happens? Like what? Because I've been reflecting on that, like self-sabotage.
Yeah.
And there's probably like some sort of subconscious thing happening. So what do you think it is?
Oh man, I agree. There, it is a big, I think there's a form of comfort in it.
Wow.
I think there's a form of, especially for me, it's like, it's a little hard to admit, but sometimes I feel more comfortable like being hungry for being hungry for the results that like I don't have yet. And like finding myself like continuously on the edge of like making it in trading. That's something I've had to work on. Like I need to work on still, of like not being comfortable with being on the cusp, you know, like working, grinding
Yeah.
so hard. It's like, no, like you can't do that forever. Like I won't be able to do it forever. And it's like, I think it helps to practice and to just have the repetition of like, you know, just, you know, keep going, keep trying, because it's changed little by little. Like as slow as it's gone, I hate how slow it's gone, but like I know that things are getting better, and like just being aware and being grateful, and continuously like being okay with your mind being changed, or like with your beliefs being changed about like your self-worth, and like, you know, digging it out, admitting that, you know, you are kind of addicted to the grind, or like to the like figuring it out phase. You know, like I understand why that is, because I've been doing that forever. It's like I'm just comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But I do see it slowly like chipping away.
What are you trying to, because like, so mentally, right? You have to replace that with something. So what's the new mindset that you're trying to replace it with?
So this year, I think I've been working on like self-talk, and I think I've been talking to you about it a lot, of like, no, like we are becoming already, you know, like
It's good.
instead of saying like, oh, like we're going to be successful at this, we're going to be, you know, trading like we wished. It's like, instead of saying that, like I've tried to replace it with, no, we are becoming, we are rich, and we are in the process right now of like becoming exactly what we desire. And that's nice, you know, because that comes with like confidence, and it comes with just like the security of knowing that we got this. Like we've put years of work into this, and it is showing. There's data, you know, and that's really nice to like stand on, you know.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that more. Like let myself believe that this is something that I'm actually doing already, not something that like is like the goal, like you were saying. That's hard,
dude. Yeah,
because
so
it
hard.
sounds delusional.
Yeah,
like it literally does. If you don't understand like what it takes or what it is, it sounds like you're just like gaslighting yourself into like believing a lie, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
But especially because we don't see like the money yet, right? Like that's like the big threshold, I think.
Yeah.
But I think even when I see the money, like I'm still gonna have a hard time with it.
Yeah.
Just because it's so new, so different.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a time thing.
Yeah.
You know, like someone that's becoming a doctor, you know, year one, they're not gonna feel like a doctor.
Yeah.
Year two, they're probably not. I mean, probably until like they're doing the doctor thing, you know, they're actually like doing their thing.
Yeah.
That's when they actually start feeling like a doctor. And even then it probably feels new.
Yeah.
But they've put in the time to understand how it works and become that person that understands that environment.
Yeah.
And so their identity is just shaped by all the time that they put into doing it.
Yeah.
So I think in the same way, that's kind of how it has been for us.
Yeah.
This year, a lot of like, no, we're actually doing the things.
Yeah.
And I think something that helps me a lot is when I listen to Mark D a lot. We listen to like a lot of really good traders, like Tom. How do you say his last name? Hogard? Hogard?
Hugard?
Something
Hugard,
like that.
Hogard?
Yeah, best loser wins guy.
Yeah.
When I read a lot of the things, like for example, I just started reading Best Loser Wins.
Best Loser Wins, yeah.
And he was talking in the beginning about some of the big things that he's seen and like a lot of the big mistakes that he sees traders commit and stuff like that. And I feel like those are past me. You know, like I passed that exit like 15 miles back.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's like real progress that you can pinpoint and say, okay, I'm not there. I'm not that at that phase.
Yeah.
Because trading is so non-linear, right? Compared to being a doctor. It's like, okay, you got to pass all these classes, understand all of these things. And then this is like what you get as a certification. We never get that threshold and we don't have those checkpoints really.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you're either like mentally there or you're not really there or you're on your way you're somewhere in that journey.
Yeah.
and
everyone's journey is so different too.
Yeah.
Because everyone has, you know, different beliefs and, you know, different ideas of money that they grew up with and self-worth, like and I feel like my process has been a little slower than most, but it's taken a lot of deep work, you know. And it's still taking a lot of deep work. And I didn't realize how emotional I was until I started trading. Like I really did not. Like I'm very like reserved like around people, but it never occurred to me that I did have a lot of emotion, or like I do hold a lot of emotion and attachment to things. And it's like,
wow.
Yeah, I've had to confront that part about myself. Yeah. And it's, you know, I still am. It's a constant confrontation of you and your own emotions and feelings while trading. But it's been great practice.
Yeah. What would you say has been the biggest setback or challenge for you this year in your trading?
I think like kind of how we were just talking about is like the self-worth of it, of like there's been, you know, after having a payout and having this potential, you know, where we're playing with like $100,000 from a funded is just like the discomfort of the potential. It's like almost finally making it, but the only thing that's stopping you is like yourself, and you're like, like this is exactly what I've wanted this entire time. It's just like the discomfort of growth. And it's like I know that overall this is just like, this is the part that I have to grow through, of like being comfortable and just like knowing that this is what I'm worth and I've worked hard for this. But it is hard to like know that it's there, you know, or that it's not like coming so easily.
Yeah.
And it's like, I shouldn't expect it to come so easily, but of course I would want it to, you know. It's like finally, it's basically finally here, and I'm like, the only thing that's like stopping me is myself. It's like, that's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's just the extra little work right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful and hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. What about you?
I've had a lot of setbacks.
Yeah.
um, I think I have two big things. Number one has been busyness because so this year I didn't trade from like I barely traded like maybe a few days a month, like 1 or 2 or 3 from I think it was May to October.
Yeah.
So that's like a couple months off of trading.
Yeah.
And I think that was a good time because it taught me to like just become disconnected from it and like not need to do it, you know, chasing that dopamine hit or whatever. But I think it was a setback because I was so busy, you know, and I wasn't setting priorities, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I was always tired and I was always waking up, you know, at 8 or 9 and had to go straight to work. And it just like, I was really frustrated with myself because I'm like, why am I not being disciplined? Because I consider myself a pretty disciplined person.
Yeah.
And I wasn't being disciplined. And so that like cognitive dissonance was really hard for me, especially when it comes to trading. It's like, I don't deserve to be trading. I'm not even, you know, waking up on time. And so like that negative self-talk of like, you need to be better, you need to be better, you need to do the things. And I think there's some value in that because I extracted the need to become disciplined again and get my life in order.
Yeah.
But I think it was counterproductive as well because I talked myself out of even wanting to trade. Like at a certain point in, I think August or October, I was like, why am I even doing this? Like, do I really want to do this? This sucks, you know? Like just the feeling of, I don't know, the pain of like, it feels like so close, like you were saying, but it's like so far at the same time, you know? It's like an optical illusion.
Yeah.
Like, it feels so close yet so far. So I think that was one of the big ones for me. And then the second one I think is comparison. That's been hard for me because I know the potential that I have and it's like that tension as well of not seeing it come to fruition as quickly as we would hope, especially because nowadays, right, we're so used to things being quick and easy and all that stuff. And so I think I've started surrounding myself with like more traders, right? Like the Team Bull trading community. I talk to a lot of people in there and it's like, sometimes I'll go trade in person and I catch, you know, $100 move and I'm like, yes. And they like go around talking about how much they made. It's like, oh, I made 3,000. Oh, I made 4,000. Oh, I made 1,500. Oh, I made 700.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there with my $100. Like I feel like a freaking idiot, you know? Because I'm like, that's like $30,000 this guy just made. That's
Even
how much
though
I'll
it
make.
could have been a better trade than all of those, you know?
Right.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But the comparison of that, it's like, it is hard. It's hard to not let that affect you.
Yeah.
I guess. I think it's impossible.
Yeah.
Until you're like, you know, making it and you're like completely like you just don't care about anybody else really.
Yeah.
But it's a hard thing. Like I was talking to this 21-year-old in that community. He said that last year he made $170,000 from trading. And like he was showing me all of his receipts. So he wasn't just like talking, you know.
Yeah.
And like it's hard. Like he's standing right for me. This 20-year-old, 21-year-old.
Yeah.
He's making so much money and he's like doing all of these like really cool things. And that like comparison creeps in slowly, you know, because it's like, freak, man, I'm 2 years ahead of him and I feel like I'm 5 years behind. But it's like good too, again, to a degree, right? Because it does push you to be like, okay, I need to try. I need to like figure out how I can get to that place. And I think you're right. Less is more. And so it's like, what am I doing not enough of, but what am I doing too much of? Right.
Yeah.
Really kind of, it forces you to really do internal work and like, what's going on? Why am I not? And just evaluating yourself.
Yeah.
So I would say those two, but comparison is hard. It's freaking hard.
Dude,
man.
comparison is hard, especially in the trading game.
Oh yeah. But we're comparing ourselves to the top 1% of the top 1% of traders, you know?
That's
so it's
true.
Like, I think that's where it becomes harmful. You know, it's like the average trader that's like making money. They're not millionaires, billionaires.
Yeah.
You know, they're like pretty standard people.
Yeah.
Generally, I would say. So I don't know. I feel like our view is jaded about what trading can do for like the average person.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe it's neither. You know, it's kind of just how you interpret the information, but
yeah, comparison it is hard, or like it does hurt sometimes, you know. Definitely when there's younger people making a lot more money consistently, you're like, dang, what the heck am I doing? But it does help to like reflect and be like, you know, everyone's different, everyone's got different stuff going on. with a different mindset, and it like you realize that there's nothing holding you back from being that, or it's not like a comparison like they're doing better. It's just like you need to do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it's kind of just you versus you. You kind of have to like dwindle down to that. Is like, just keep going, keep practicing. Like you'll be there, and it'll be perfect for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and success is such a subjective term.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think shifting it to like I am successful because every day I trade with discipline, right? Making it more here than out there.
Yeah.
Like that's a really valuable lesson. But I think also for me, it's been understanding that a lot of those people, right? They post their $3,000 days, but they're not posting their negative $5,000 days or their negative $10,000 days because they lost control.
And there's a lot of people that do that.
A lot of people.
There's a lot of people that are on live. I've seen live traders that literally have those red and green boxes on like price that happened an hour ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't a trade they took.
Yeah.
It was just like a perfectly lined out take profit and risk on something that's already happened.
Yeah. And it's like,
and you can kind of tell, you're like, you did not get that trade. It's like at the bottom wick, you're like, yeah, right.
Yeah. You got the bottom of the.
Yeah. No way.
Yeah.
It's completely fake.
Yeah. So I think that's why staying off social media and just focusing on people around you that are actually doing the thing. Yeah. I think that's like the most valuable thing. And if you find people that are having that level of success, it's like great. Yeah. Follow them or surround yourself with them. But don't take their degree of success. Like don't take their, chapter 12, compare that to your chapter 3. Yeah. It creates more urgency and like this FOMO, and that's counterproductive.
Yeah. Urgency is big because it's an emotion, Mm-hmm. It's not logical, and you got to stay logical in this game.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, urgency can sabotage you. Sabotage me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It really can.
This year I've kind of let go of having like a strict strategy to like stick to forever. There's so many strategies out there, but it's for me personally, like just the way that I operate, like I've done much better when I go into each day like open-minded and not like with nothing to go off of, like I think price levels are super important, like psychological levels for people, and prices and levels that have been respected, like say in the past, 3 days or whatever. Like it is good to go in with some information to like objectively go off of.
Yeah, like basic technical analysis.
Yeah, but to like stay adaptive to like the context that's happening right now. Like I think it's helped me because it is kind of like jazz. It's been easier for me to treat it like jazz, and I've been a skateboarder, like, and that's like that's a different scenario every time. So that's like what I'm used to.
Yeah,
and it's been nice to like accept that about myself this year and just be like, I'm going to go into the day. I'm going to use some objective factors, but I'm going to stay open-minded and like adaptive to like what's happening right now so that I can catch a move that just works for me, and all I'm looking for is a $2 move. Like that's my goal. And I think that's helped of like not being so strict on a strategy, but just like depending on your intuition and the context and some objective factors that you can hold on to,
Yeah.
Like it's been a nice environment for me personally. Yeah.
You just see an opportunity and you take it.
Yeah.
It's good.
And like I've had to like remind myself that it's something that just goes up and down. Like as complicated as it can be, as complicated as like all the technical analysis in the world, like it really does go in 2 directions. Like it's not that crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I'm only a 1 to 2 risk trader. So it's like, you can find success in that. Like it doesn't have to be overcomplicated.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It goes in 2 directions.
That's good. That's a good way to look at it, bro. I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah. Like there are complicated things about it. It's not easy, but it is true that, it really does go in only 2 directions, and you can definitely find success in that. Like it's not the strategy, for anyone new to trading, like the strategy is like the least of your problems. Yeah, because I mean, you can find a million strategies in 5 seconds, and a lot of them work. It's just it really just depends on how you work around them. Yeah,
It's good. No, I think I watched this video that was talking about how really successful traders trade like that instead of like super duper duper rigid, because they understand like you earn that kind of trading style through screen time, intuition, experience. You kind of earn that ability to kind of trade based on your intuition instead of like a super duper rigid strategy. And I think because you traded with the strategy so much, it gave you a good framework and foundation maybe for like seeing the market move. And so now you kind of just base your decisions on that, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like holding your backlog of like all the information that you've learned, and I mean, every strategy has something to teach. It reveals something about, you know, the patterns that you see, and it also helps, you know, to watch the same ticker every day. Like you learn a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to learn something.
You see how it moves, you know, like there's things that happen over and over and over, and it's, you can confidently depend on that. And that's nice.
Yeah. I heard someone describe it as like a relationship.
Yeah.
With a specific ticker.
Yeah.
It's like in any relationship, you know when they're angry, you know when they're going to overreact, you know how to make, you know how things it's high or low, you know.
That's pretty good. In a relationship with ES.
Yeah, literally. You understand how it moves, you know what it likes, what it doesn't like. Like
broke up with Spy, now I'm in a relationship with ES.
Getting over that heartbreak. Yeah, bro.
I still see Spy on the side, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little side piece. Yeah, that's how it works, man. That's a pretty good way to look at it. Yeah, I'm getting to a degree of that. Like, I have a strategy, I have a specific entry criteria, I know my A+ setup. But if I see something that looks good and it's an opportunity in the market and I'm confident and have good risk to reward, even if it's not in my strategy, I take it sometimes because it's like, it's okay. Like, your rules are there to follow them every time, except for when the market gives you an opportunity not to. Right. And you're comfortable with allowing yourself to bend them a little bit. Because nothing in the stock market is rigid. Nothing is like, except for, you know, it's going up and down, right? Like basic things like that. Like basic mechanic operations of it. But outside of that, trading is very ebb and flow. And the sooner we can get to that place of accepting that we're never going to have exactly 2 points of risk for exactly 5, 5 or whatever, and this is the exact play, you'll see certain things repeat themselves, but never the same. Exactly. So,
you know, that's something I can probably work on like this upcoming year, is like adjusting my risk and reward, like based on what's happening. Like take a dose of my own medicine of like, you know, being adaptive, of like, I've been pretty strict this year on like having to hit $2 for my price target. And like, sometimes you can see like when you put an order in the market and your price target is like way below or above like what prices has been like dwindling around like for the last few days or whatever. And you're like, like, you kind of just say in your head, like, is it likely that it's going to hit that? You
like,
know?
It doesn't really make sense with the structure.
Yeah, like, it doesn't, like, am I just like overreaching, you know? Like, so I think that's definitely something I can work on like this upcoming year, is like kind of just being adaptive on like the bracket of like, you know, actually have a price target of, you know, a previous high or a previous low or whatever. Doing that instead of like, you know, overreaching or I think it's also just good to have multiple price targets, like, because it really is like you are measuring like the probability of it hitting certain levels, and in my experience, like the easier, like the lower the level that you're setting, like the more likely it's going to hit, you know, like you have a higher win rate if you have a lower risk to reward, or like a lower reward to risk. I found that. So just having multiple, and also I think any trader, dude, learning how to let profits run is so hard. Sometimes I don't even want to do it. Sometimes like I'll have one more con and I'm just like, I just want to be out of the trade. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's crazy to like already be winning, and you're like this is a psychological factor that needs to be studied. Of like, you're already winning, and you just like you're so stressed out or done. You're just like, I just want to be out of the trade, even though it can like
Even though you have the potential. Yeah.
like continuously, like you're just like done. You don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, letting profits win. I mean, that's what I've heard professional traders talk about. I was like, that's seriously one of the hardest things you do.
I think that's why rules are so important, right?
Yeah.
Because then when you ingrain them in your brain so much that they become non-negotiables, then it's like, okay, I feel like taking this trade off, but
Yeah.
this is my rule. This is my rule. This is my rule. This is my rule. And you just need to follow your rules. So you're going to condition yourself to do that.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to do, dude.
It is, dude.
It's so hard because you're already mentally exhausted from like taking the trade, taking your trims, like all of that stuff. Yeah, it is really tough. But I think it's also helpful, like in futures, especially, right? You can set your stop and profit or take profits. So like I just set my stop at break even. It's like either I'm going to make no money or I'm going to make a lot of money. And the other day I actually took a trade like that and just like didn't check it for the rest of the day. So I actually don't even know what happened. I think it hit my price target, but I didn't even check. I should probably journal about that now that I'm just remembering that trade. But it's like, I think that's what I need to get into the habit of. It's like, if it all goes well, A+ setup, hits my my first and second price target, and I have a third runner like super ridiculous high, right? Set my stop to break even and literally just like clock out, right?
Yeah.
For my trade and just let it play out and become disconnected from it, because it is mentally exhausting to know that it's on. But if you just completely walk away from it, it's like, okay, I don't care what happens to this last contract.
Dude, and that's hard. That's hard to do. It's hard to let it go. Like I've noticed this year, sometimes I cannot keep my eyes off the screen.
Ooh.
Like while in a trade. And I think the most important thing that you can like dial in on is like how you're acting and what you're thinking while you're in a trade. And yeah, there's been times this year where I've noticed it's like where I've been addicted to watching it like hit a TP.
Wow.
And I'm like, or like even stop loss. You like you need to see it happen almost to just like give you the comfort of like
knowing that it's over or whatever.
Or like holding the potential comfort of it like getting close to your stop loss and then reversing. Like you're almost like searching for it. You're trying to create it. And it's just that's not a good place. You know, it's not a good habit. That's on top of years of like making it normal to have a stop loss, which is like a really great thing.
Yeah.
There are non-negotiables that we've built over time, and those are really nice, and I'm so grateful for those. Yeah. But there's other things too. It's like, I've had to step back on just like the dopamine addiction of like watching your TP get hit. Like, it's great. Yeah, it feels good, but it really just is a statistics game of like, it was just probable this time.
Yeah.
And it is good to practice like just, setting and dipping, being out of there, doing less. Hardest part of trading, doing less.
Hardest part of friggin' trading, bro.
Because we get such a high on like accomplishment of doing stuff, and it's like to let go of that, it's hard.
Message to us from last year. So this is year 3.
This is year 3.
JP, look at me, all right?
All right, I'm looking at you, gang.
I like keep going. That's a good one. So keep going, even if you have the worst year of your life trading.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you will. But if you do, if you're looking at me right now and you have the worst year trading, keep going. Bro. Check yourself, your emotions. Take a deep breath, go on a walk. Understand that you deserve it. If you're successful right now and you're making thousands of dollars, you deserve that.
All right, last words to yourself.
Build upon steps that have been laid. I don't know what else. I think I could say keep going, but it feels like no matter what, I'm going to be trading in a year. So I would say stay humble. I would say, still love yourself. Learn how to accept your mistakes. Accept yourself. Know that, you're still going to have red days. Yeah. Go detach from your money. You're probably going to think that me right now is someone you had to shed off again where you are right now. And that is exciting. I'm excited to become whoever will be watching this now.
The results you're looking for are found in the work you don't want to do. That's a lesson that's rung true for me this entire year. And I think this next year, 2025, that's going to be the big lesson for me, right? And not just wasting time, not just like frolicking time, like intense, intentional, hard work time. Okay, how do you feel about that?
It is very true that that guy is this person I had to shut off again. And then it will have to happen again. Like I'll have to shed this person off again for next year. And that's good feeling. It's good feeling that it's heading in one direction. I would tell my future self to just be aware of this the self-sabotaging nature that I've held in the past, or that I still do hold sometimes, just because I think it's a universal fact that it is easier to destroy than it is to create. Yeah. And to accept that we deserve this. We've worked hard for it. And there's it'll be hard to like adapt to the new self and new self-worth of like having trading money coming in, especially, after living the lives that we've had, having normal jobs. It is a hard transition to make, to making like really good money and having a huge amount of upside potential. So I'd say just getting comfortable with that, being self-aware of like what's going through your mind and what you're feeling, and just, knowing that you deserve it, and that we've worked hard for this.
Sorry, I was holding my breath. I got freaking hiccups again. Okay, one message, JP. I think the big thing I would tell myself in the future is to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Keep taking care of yourself. Because there's this natural tendency to, in pursuit of all of these things, lose yourself and lose your priorities. And I think a big thing for me going into this year is making sure that my priorities are in check constantly and not letting myself slip away, because it's so easy to compromise here, compromise there, little things. And then it starts to add up and you've completely veered away from your original plan and goals and stuff. Yeah. And like being adaptable is very important, but having priorities in order all the time and not letting yourself slip away from those, unless it's like, situations in life happen, but take care of yourself, because when you take care of yourself, everything else will be okay. Yeah. That's kind of what I would tell myself. Yeah. That's what I've seen the most success in this year. And I think going into next year, that's what I'm going to be doing. So goals for this year.
Goals. I've built on the confidence of knowing I can trade. So this year I'm going to pass a higher funded account, getting comfortable with having this skill, and making the money that it makes. It's getting comfortable with that, realizing that this is exactly what I wanted. And not only that, but that we've put the hard work in. Like I don't need to struggle and be like reaching to be comfortable, because I've felt so comfortable in that space. And that's the growth that I need to do. It's like being comfortable in a place of success, like there's no reason I can't have that. And just getting comfortable with that, the self-worth thing. It's like just knowing we deserve it, stepping up to the plate. Good, what about you, dude?
It's great goals.
What are your goals for this year?
Probably pass an eval. That's one of my big goals. Yeah. And like get it paid out. That'd be cool. Yeah. I have a feeling most of my money this year is going to come from futures trading. Yeah. And that might be able to fund my options trading. And then I think the same thing, just being able to enjoy my money. Because I think for a long time in my life, I've been kind of pinching at pennies because we were in like tough spots with our family. And so I really struggle to allow myself to enjoy the money that I make. Yeah. Even though sometimes I will have good months, and I have a lot of money extra to enjoy or like buy something that I actually like. Yeah. I always end up saving it for a rainy day. I just put it in a high yield savings account, or I'll invest it long term or whatever. But I really struggle to let myself enjoy it. Yeah. And lately I've been loosening up a lot on that. Like even clothes, I've been buying stuff that I like. Whereas before it's like, oh, it's cool, I like it, I would buy it, but Not right now. I haven't earned it yet.
Yeah.
And I think that in order to grow my mindset of how much I can actually manage financially, I need to be willing to also invest into myself and understand like how much money I'm actually making and what that actually can buy me in today's economy. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of expanding my horizon of it's okay to invest in yourself, and it's also okay to like invest in other people. I want to be able to buy things for people this year from trading. Just like that's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
You know, it's like these last couple of years and I can buy you this thing or take you to this trip or whatever it is. I don't know. Depends on how much I'm making, I guess. But I would say that, and getting comfortable with more size. That's a big thing for me. I've been trading 5 micros on ES and about $500, $400 to $500 on my options trading. But I want to increase my size more and like get comfortable with that. And I think I've gotten a lot more comfortable with risk. Like, I don't know, losing $200, $300, $400 for me, it just like doesn't really feel like much anymore, you know? Like if I have a 2 to 1, that's like $1,000 win, $500 loss. So yeah, I might go up to like 10 micros or something like that. And
we've come so far, dude.
At
the beginning, losing like
$20.
$20 was crazy, and $100. I mean, but that's just like we eat that now for breakfast,
dude.
So it's like, and it's unfazed, and so are wins. Wins are just like I mean, I've had a $2,000 winner this year, and it's just like that's great. but you know, like this game is long term, and you cannot measure like your success off of one day or failure. Like it is a day-to-day high sample size game. Like I'd say that's very important, is like knowing that the sample size of trading is like the biggest part, and it's easy to like zoom in and, you know, say you're a bad trader on one bad trade or good trader on one good trade, but it really is like over time in a high, like a big sample set of like the determination on whether you're doing good or not.
The other day, someone stole $400 from my wallet, and I told some of the people at church about it, and they were like freaking out, and they were like checking the security cameras. And I felt bad because I just felt so unfazed. I was like, well, I hope they use it for something good. You know? Like, congrats, you're up 400. Like, that's a positive trade right there, you know? But I was noticing, I was talking to my dad, and I was talking to some people about it, and they were all like, dude, that sucks so bad. And I'm like, I mean, not really. Like, I took a $400 trade like 2 days ago on ES. You know, and it's like, that's not like real money, but like you could have made that. Like, that could be a payout. So it's like we've come far. We've come pretty far. And like this next year, I'm sure we're gonna just like keep growing in that mindset and start to see the fruit of that. I mean, I feel like it's inevitable. Our success at this point is inevitable because we've kind of hit that like curve on the exponential growth. I feel like we're in that curve where it starts to just take off. So I'm really excited to see how that looks this year. To end off, what are you most grateful for in trading this year?
Ooh, I'm grateful for becoming way more attuned to like myself over the last year, learning to accept parts about myself, and I'm grateful for this opportunity. I've been so grateful that I have the opportunity to do this. I've dragged my feet through the dirt to like give myself this skill, and I'm so grateful for this skill. It is huge compared to the other things I see people trying to do, and it seems like we just have such an advantage, and I'm like so grateful for that. That's huge in this economy. Like it feels very nice to have, like almost like it's unfair. Feels like unfair to have, and grateful to be, man, doing it alongside you this whole time. Just having someone share it with, that's pretty epic.
Yeah, I think that's what I would say I'm most grateful for, is having you, because I would have probably given up this year if I wasn't, like, if I didn't know that you were still trading. Like, maybe not, but it would have been a lot harder to get back on the horse, I think. And just knowing that, like, you're out here going through the trenches as much as I am, you know, both freaking chugging along, and like we have a very grounded reality. We don't have a single point of reference for the trading journey, you know, like that's like a unrealistic point of reference. Like we have a very real, like we're both kind of like feeding each other and helping each other and reminding each other and keeping each other accountable. And man, I think so many people don't have that, and that's why their journey takes so much longer.
Yeah.
Because you need that accountability. You need that. Like, one of the things that has held me back, I'm not going to lie, these last couple of years from making a lot of stupid mistakes is like, I really don't want to have to tell Jude that I did this stupid thing. It's like restrained, dude. And I'm like, I'm going to feel so stupid talking about this.
I have that too, dude. Yeah. I have that too.
Yeah. That, and I think just the humility that comes from trading, right? It's like, it's very humbling to know that where you're at, especially financially in trading, is a perfect reflection of where you're at in your development of your psychology.
Yeah.
And I like to be humbled by the market constantly and to
yeah.
just like stare at it. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, that's like a good feeling for me. I don't know why, because it just reminds me, like, learn to let go, learn to trust the process, and really just self-discovery, that kind of stuff. It's like very humbling.
Yeah.
Like, I think 2 years ago, I would have no idea how much I've learned about myself in trading.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. So I'm really grateful for those things.
Yeah. Scary if you pack it all into like one, like, say, if you could just like put like a flash drive from like what you know now into like your earlier self. It's like, it'd be a lot of information to just like insert like right now, or like in a moment, but over time, like it goes slowly, like the slow realizations, or the small little lessons that you learn about yourself. It's like, it's just like a slow pick, a slow chisel. It's a slow chisel game.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. Me either. I would do what I've done for the last, 4 years a million times over. Yeah. Because it's just come with so many valuable lessons and stacked on the experience.
What a ride, huh? What a freaking ride.
What a ride. We're just going in that direction, dude.
Yeah.
And I think direction is more important than speed.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
And
that was fire.
We're on it.
Hey, you cooked with that.
Let's go.
That was crazy.